Good morning, Foundry students. It's March the 27th, 2020, and this is your encouragement for the day. Yesterday, we talked about twaddle, and that's just the things that we waste our time on. It's a literary word, but we are applying it to just anything that we waste our time on as far as videos and things we read and just the fluff, right? So today I want to talk about the opposite of twaddle. It's the things that we can put our minds to that are stretching, that are helpful, that make a contribution to society. I've been thinking about different seasons of isolation and quarantine throughout history. You know, what we're going through is not unique. It's unique in our circumstances and in our generation, but it's happened before in the world. Some of those quarantines include the Spanish influenza, or the bubonic plague was a big one, and also polio epidemic. They've practiced the social distancing in the past just to limit the spread of infectious disease. I wondered what kind of things had come out of those seasons, and one of the big things I discovered was Sir Isaac Newton lived through a time of social isolation and quarantine. It was during the season of the bubonic plague, which killed millions of people. A lot of people went out to the country to get away from the bigger cities to be able to steer clear of the plague. And so Isaac Newton was one of those people. He was a mathematician at Cambridge, and they closed the school down, and so he took a break and went to the country and continued to study and think and dream and work. And so in hindsight, he said that those years in the country were the most intellectually productive years of his life. Now I want you just to take a moment and look back at the last 2 weeks and decide if they would be called the most intellectually productive of your life or not. I'm guessing probably not. But I'm also challenged by that, and I hope that you're challenged by that. Like, that this is not just a time to waste or fritter or twaddle away. This is a time that we can be thinking, that we can be dreaming, that we can be learning and hearing from God and growing. I recently read that the most innovative ideas come from 12 to 20-year-olds, and that people are trying to figure out a way to capitalize on those ideas from students those ages. Y'all, that's you. You are in that window of innovation, and so you've been given a gift of time, and you can do something with it, something that will do good for the world overall. So I just encourage you to set aside the twaddle today and start thinking about some things. Think about ways the world needs to change. Think about ways to counteract the pandemic that we're in. Maybe it's an app that we need. Maybe it's a new system of delivery that we need. Maybe there's something that you have in your heart, in your mind, that you can bring forth in this season that could make a dramatic difference in the world. So I just want to encourage you in that today. Ephesians 5 verses 15 and 16 say this: "Be careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every day, because the days are foolish." I'm sorry. The days are evil. I lost my place in my scripture there. Because the days are evil. Okay, what does that mean? It means that we don't have forever, that life is fast and it's short and it slips through our fingers quickly. And so anytime we're given a window of time, we need to take advantage of that, make the most of it. And so God is asking us to be careful with our time, to not waste it away, not spend it on twaddle, but to think about how we can make investments in a world that makes this place a better place. And so I believe you guys have that in your heart, and I challenge you today to be thinking about what you can do to make a kingdom impact in your world.